Hey, everybody. It's Mike Dooley, and this time I am interviewing a super dear friend, an infinite possibility trainer, a globe tutter extraordinaire. I hung out with him a year ago in Machu Picchu, and we talked about the mysteries of the divine here and out in space. He is a financial planner, and let me give you a rundown of his very impressive background. Plus, he's an author. This is Joel. Joel is a prosperity coach. He works closely with his clients to help identify and overcome the roadblocks standing in their way of personal financial freedom. He knows what he's talking about. He's been there before. In 2018, he published Mindful Money Management, Memoirs of a Hedge Fund Manager. He's one of those guys, which immediately became a global bestseller. Joel, it is thrilling to be with you, Mr. Solomon. I think your name is so suitable to you. Uh, Thinking of the legendary King Solomon and his endless supply of finances. How did you get to where you are, and how did you get to be the guru that you now are?
Thanks, Mike, and thanks for having me on. I am so grateful, first of all, for being here. It's just awesome. And
You
well,
come a
first of
long
all, I
way.
did want to say my company, Salamor, that's Salaurmor, is named
Yeah.
after my daughters, Lauren and Morgan. And you
Oh,
know my daughters, Lauren and Morgan, they're now 15 and 13. And you saw Morgan reading your book,
yeah.
the beginner's guide to the universe, so you know them well.
Oh, so
um,
endearing.
they are really caring, thoughtful, beautiful, amazing manifestors, so I just wanted to mention them first. They
Can
are the
you
reason.
move your camera a little bit? It's cutting you off at your eyes. There you go.
Okay,
Mucho mejor.
that that better.
So they're good manifestors too. Well, the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
So thank you. Yes, they are pretty amazing. And so yes, I'm a prosperity coach, and how did I get into this? So it's a great question. I was working as a hedge fund manager, and I had an epiphany when I went to a personal development course in December 2015. And that course, two things happened. The first thing that happened was we had a guest speaker speaking about stocks and stock options. And when he started speaking about stock options in particular, he made it sound like it was a great way to get rich quick. You don't need much money, you don't need much time. Options are essentially riskless, and this is how the rich become rich. And I was sick to my stomach. There were 200 people in the room, and I was getting people tapping me on the shoulder, whispering in my ear, Joel, does this make sense? Because they knew I was a hedge fund manager. And so we went outside after he finished his speech, and I said, please don't do this. First of all, he has no idea about your earnings or cash flow or net worth. And most importantly, he has no idea about your knowledge of options and your belief that you can make money in options. Now, the second thing that happened was we were given an exercise called obstacles or illusions, and we had to break this wooden board with our bare hand. I'm sure some of your listeners have done this before, but there was a lot of fear in the room. On one side, we had to write our biggest obstacle, and on the other side, we had to write our ultimate goal. So I wrote as my biggest obstacle raising enough money for my hedge fund for it to be a long-term viable entity. But on the other side, I wrote my ultimate goal was helping everyone in this room become financially free. And I broke that board like everyone else did in that room. And I went home that night and I realized, first of all, as a non sequitur, what did raising more money for my fund have to do, anything to do with helping these people become financially free?
Hmm.
And then the other thing that hit me was that if I could ever get up the courage to be in front of a couple hundred people and talk to them, I could do a much better job than that guy did. And he was at the very least being misleading. At the worst, he was lying to them. And I felt like I could be much more authentic. So I literally went into my office the next morning in Manhattan on 54th and 6th, and I sent an email to my investors telling them I'm shutting down my fund. I'm giving you your money back because I figured out
Gee.
my true purpose in life. So yeah, that's how I became a prosperity coach, and I'm teaching people about investing. I'm teaching people about the basics of personal finance. I don't sell any insurance or annuities. I just teach. And I teach them about how the mind can really make you cause limiting beliefs to stop you from getting rich.
Wow, that's so good. And I've worked with you, so I can attest that Joel knows what he's doing. And Joel, you're offering a free personal prosperity call to the first 50 people, correct?
Yeah, so the first 50 people who sign up through the link below in the comments will get, I'm giving a 30-minute free prosperity coaching session to the first 50 people. What I'll also do, though, if you're not one of the first 50, just go to my Facebook page, Salamor, that's Salaurmor, again, named after my daughters. And if you just click on the newest post, you'll be entered to win not only a coaching session, but I'll also give away mindful money management. And as Mike, you know, because you gave me a testimonial, I'm working on my next book. So the next book, I'll give a signed copy of that one too, The 9 Money Rules That Millionaires Use.
Wow, that's so cool. And just real quick, what is a hedge fund manager?
Well, hedge fund managers do a lot of different things, but what I was doing was basically betting that some stocks were going to go up and other stocks were going to go down, so that it didn't matter if the market went down massively, we could still make money. And in fact, that did happen. In 2008, the stock market was down 40%. Financial stocks, which is the only stocks that I was managing, were down 57%. And we actually were up a few percent. So
Oh,
that's the
God.
idea of a hedge fund, to make hedge so that if the market does go down a lot, you can make money.
Very cool. Well, you're the guy to be doing this. I'm grateful that you are. Thank you so much, Joel, and hugs to your family, your daughters. You know, we talk as dad to dad sometimes with, I've
Yeah.
got a daughter too. And I'm so happy for you. You do a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mike. It's been really pleasure. This is, as you know, one of my biggest fear in life is public speaking, and you helped me overcome that by when I first met you, you talked about joining Toastmasters, and I joined Toastmasters because of you. And
Thanks.
now I've given over 50 speeches. I also talked at Rotary clubs, and also because of you, I spoke at a Rotary club that got me to now teach the Boy Scouts of America financial literacy.
Sheesh. Well, you're doing all that good work. I'm so glad I can say I know you. I'm grateful.
And I'm
I'm
grateful
grateful.
for you.
And all the best, brother. Look forward to seeing you in person again sometime soon.
Thanks so much, Mike. It's been such a pleasure. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon again, too. Thanks so much.
Okay. All right, Joel. Bye-bye. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.